And we are back live from the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is Dave Vincent alongside my broadcast partner Dave Fink for the men's big ball singles final. It's Samson, Hernandez, and Ricky Ruiz. They are serving to start this match. 2 games to 15, tiebreaker also to 15, and a chance at $2,000 in cash. Here's the first serve from Samson.
Great shot there from Samson. For those who watched last night, David, these guys are also doubles partners. These guys live relatively close to one another in Southern California. They play a lot together. Samson, a slight favorite coming into this match. He's got that devastating left hand. We've seen him end 2 rallies with that left already. Plays
2-0.
very fast too, Samson. There's no time between points with Samson. Nice shot there from Ricky. Ricky comes from the handball family, the Ruiz family.
Referee.
That's a line judge, Chip Morales, doing his line work.
This is the big ball final, Dave.
Thank
For
you,
those
guys.
of you listening at home,
Here we
the
go.
big ball actually is the racquetball.
0-7-2.
They're playing with the racquetball. We call that big ball in handball. Same color as the small ball that we watched Dave Chapman and Ruiz play with, but this is actually a racquetball.
Echelon also calls this the fireball. We call it the fire big ball, and that ball's in, down
Right
the
out.
line for
Samson,
Samson
just an
Hernandez.
incredible first step. He's got just one of the fastest first steps I've ever seen.
2-7-0.
Score is 2-0.
This
Dave,
guy is just
point.
a tremendous,
if this
phenomenal
was,
player.
If this was any other sport, Samson Hernandez would be
3-7-0.
signing $1 million contracts. He's absolutely amazing. Look at that shot right there.
Side out.
You know, Dave, generally you just need to see one swing from somebody. I saw
0-7-3.
Samson take one swing on Thursday, and I knew this guy is just incredible. Just 21 years of age.
That's a good call from Willie Polanco.
We're not sure if he turned 20 or 21 yesterday, but a very young man, already at the
0-7-3.
peak of the sport.
Like
Good
that shot from
there
Ricky.
Point.
Dave, we saw some big ball players here
1-7-3.
in their mid-40s, still right near the top. We could be seeing these 2 guys dominate this sport for a lot of years to come.
Look at that shot right there from Samson Hernandez, overhand tomahawk. Well, that was actually with an overhand overhand open hand.
Ricky just shakes his head. An
That was
incredible shot.
unbelievable.
3 serves 1.
I thought he'd hit a safe lob there, and I did as well.
You never really see that into the right corner. It's usually over to the left side. He's doing it again. Boy. Samson
You see
did-
the awareness there from Samson. He has Ricky all the way off the court into the cement, 5 feet to the right of the right side wall, and he just comes in there and just puts that ball away into the open court.
We're gonna replay that. That
What?
ball. I know. I thought it was out.
Our referee actually
still at
overruling our
3-1.
linesman, Alvaro Rabaza, here.
Did
I
Alvaro
wasn't
say
sure.
It was out? What-
Alvaro said the ball was in.
It was in.
Side
The
out.
ball was
Will-
in by this
Willie
much.
thought the ball was out, so he
1-3.
overruled his linesman.
Wow.
Ricky, a tremendous return of serve there.
That ball really was out.
Point.
That's the 2nd shot in a row that Samson has hit out to the left. The first one was disputable. That ball was out by about 6
2-3.
inches.
That was,
Like that serve could have been short.
that was closer to a short than that other one was an out, and Ricky almost
Side
gets
out.
that ball.
Ricky uses that sort of that stationary dive
3 serves 2.
that we talked about last night, Dave. That's a good serve.
Block. Replay.
Willie
Ricky's
knows how to
3
call
serves
these
2.
tight calls right there.
Ricky's got a lot of respect, Dave, not only from all the players here, but even the webcasters, which is hard to do. Just carries himself so well.
4 serves 2.
I agree with you. Both of these young athletes are great gentlemen as well.
Point.
Sampson really dictating all of these rallies, Dave. Ricky hitting tremendous lobs to the top of the front wall. Sampson's able to take those balls that should be
5 serves 2.
defensive shots, and he turns them into offense. And here it is again. And you see that right there. Where else can Ricky return that ball? Just don't see a place for it.
6 serves 2.
You're watching an amazing superstar in Samson Hernandez. Look at that shot right. He's going for it again.
You could see somebody like Sampson, if they were completely on fire, you would never get in the server's box because there's no shot that he can't convert.
Wow, this is amazing.
Well, I noticed with Ricky last night just not putting the ball down. I don't know if he's a little bit off or if he just doesn't roll the ball quite as well as Sampson.
Look at that serve. Took a
You know,
little
Dave,
off.
we don't see
Side out.
these players as often as we see the small ball players, Dave, but hard to get a feel. It looks to me that Ricky's more of a defensive player.
Oh my gosh, Dave, we saw that right out of the barrel of the cannon from Sampson.
6 serves 2.
That was just a great shot to watch. We've seen a lot of players over there to the left there, Dave. We have never seen one end the rally from there.
Side out. 2 serves 6.
Score is 2-6. We played a 15. Wow, look at that ball. And Ricky almost gets it. Sampson's clapping his hands. That could be an avoidable right there. You can't do that. Ricky actually could have caught up to that ball.
I disagree with you.
He got his hand. He actually touched it. He caught up to it. He can't be clapping while he's in the middle of hitting a shot. That's an avoidable. Should be a side out.
I think you're too easily distracted.
That's what my therapist said.
Point. First time out.
You know, when Alex Rodriguez steps up at the plate, people are telling him that he's, you know,
Yeah, but the
a cheater.
the pitcher isn't saying anything.
Oh, I see. Touche.
You're watching the
Actually,
world.
Alex Rodriguez does say things though while he's crossing the bases, and
Yeah, but that's not.
infielders
That's when the
try and catch
play
the
is
ball.
dead.
No. On pop-ups in the infield,
That's called
he's running.
gamesmanship in baseball.
A lot of unwritten rules.
Maybe that's an unwritten rule, but it's actually written in handball.
Never seen it written, although
I
could
will
certainly call Tom Sove. He'd be happy to let us know. We do have the hotline available if Tom wants to call in.
You're watching.
But we're getting off track here.
You're
We're watching
the World 3-wall ball outdoor big
like
ball, handball, and racquetball championships here at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino right across the street, in fact, from the Strat, which is straddling over 887 feet off the ground.
Timeouts might be good for the players, Dave, but they're terrible for the webcast, short attention span announcers.
That's absolutely correct. If you're watching this live webcast, please consider buying your WPH All Access Pass membership. Become a member and help support us as we try to bring games like this, matches like this to you.
7-2.
7 serving 2.
I like that shot from Ricky. Even better one from Sampson.
Smart shot. Eyes in the back of his head. Sampson recognizing there that Ricky's leaning to the right, expecting that drive down the right.
8 serves 2.
Puts that ball behind him.
That's the setup.
Point.
Ricky looked tired to me, Dave. 2 points into this match. I think it's sort of a combination of nerves and also a little bit of fatigue. And once both of those hit,
9 serves 2.
there's really not much you can do.
Side out.
Sampson gets to that ball. Unable to convert the re-kill.
2 serves 9. Side out.
Ricky nearly converts that
9 serves 2.
that difficult tomahawk dump shot, but doesn't.
There's a block, no call. Ricky gets out of the way.
You
Samson
see
does
Samson.
that.
Most players, Dave, take that ball with their right hand and hit it right back down the right, which is exactly what your opponent wants you to do. Samson takes that ball back down the left.
Point.
Now Ricky looks like he's falling completely apart here.
Samson.
Want to say hello to RFC, who's finally been able to log on. Had some technical issues here in the last couple of
11
days.
serves 2.
Well, the password on his computer is the word handball. Maybe he forgot his own password.
That's possible.
Sorry, I had to tell everybody.
Good hustle there from Ricky, but
Point.
that's really all Ricky's doing right now is sort of running from side to side
Timeout.
and hustling.
Samson, first timeout.
That's a timeout call from Samson Hernandez, who lives down south in Southern California, right near his playing partner Ricky Ruiz, who is out of Downey, California, plays at Bristol Park. Samson says he plays in at the LA Fitness down there, but also, he said, I'm not just a big ball player. I play 3-wall, small ball, indoor, 4-wall, small ball. I do it all. If there's a ball on a wall, I'm going to play it. And I'd love to see what he does on a 4-wall court with a
I'd love
small
to
ball.
see what he would do on a 1-wall big blue court against the top player there in New York City, Rookie Wright. At first I was skeptical, but seeing what I'm seeing right now, Dave, there's no reason he couldn't be.
He actually told me that he went east and he played in a tournament that Rookie was in, and Samson actually won that event that Rookie was in, but they didn't play each other in the finals. I believe that must have been in Miami, but it was just in passing. I didn't get all the details, but he said I did win a tournament that he was in 1-wall big ball. That doesn't mean that you're better than Rookie. It just means that you were.
It certainly means you're in the discussion.
And he certainly is. That is Samson Hernandez and his family and his friends, all either in the stands or they're watching this live webcast brought to you by niftytv.com, NIFTY-TV.com. They're your internet TV station or your internet TV network. So they bring us this live streaming audio and video. This is the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball and Racquetball Championships. Not only do we have big ball, but also small ball. The winner of the men's singles small ball championship was Dave Chapman, defeating Luis Moreno in a tiebreaker. The doubles went to Tyree Bastidas and Willie Polanco, defeating Luis Moreno and Tommy Little in that small ball doubles.
As usual, Dave, everyone walking around here with big checks and trophies except you and I.
Time in. Samson,
You have an excuse, you didn't even enter the event.
The score is 12 serves 2.
Score is 12-2. We go to 15. My trophy is working next to you, Dave Fink.
That's sweet.
Point.
Not sure I agree with you or believe you.
Score is 13-2.
13 serves 2.
This is basically exactly what the score sounds like, Dave. Just a
Side
complete
out.
domination from Samson. Really, the only rallies that
serves,
Ricky has
13.
won are on mistakes from Samson.
I like that serve, but look at that power from Samson.
Side
He
out.
pushes Ricky
Just-
right out of the front court. That's something Ricky can't do to Samson.
That's a good point. Samson can generate power with that big ball from anywhere on the court. As you know, Dave, that's very difficult to do.
Referee retrieving a ball that
Hernandez serving. Score is 13-2.
we're going to 15. Score 13-2.
Nice anticipation there from Ricky, but doesn't do enough with it. Put himself in a great position. Unable to put the ball down. I really feel like that sidearm
14
whip
serves
swing
2.
hurts Ricky in the big ball game. There it is again.
Oh, nice dig up from Samson. And Ricky puts it
Side out.
right back down the wall, which is a very smart move right there, Dave. Samson was thinking he was going to go to that corner and bring it out to the middle.
It's one of
Score
the
is
few setups that Ricky's had in this first
14.
game. Has really not been able to step into any shots.
I like
And
this.
that's the reason right there. Look at that return of serve and then the setup. Nice pickup. You see Samson force
out.
Ricky to commit there. He set up like he was going into that right corner, forced Ricky to move to the
14
right,
serves
and then
2.
change his shot at the last second. And And that should do it for this first game, and it does.
Game. 5 minutes, guys. Game. First game, Hernandez.
You heard Willie Polanco call first game to Hernandez. Samson Hernandez winning that first one 15-2. Dave Fink defeating Ricky Ruiz. I know it's really disheartening for those friends and family members and fans of Ricky Ruiz to see him only score 2 points there, but I mean, Samson is living up to that #1 seed that he got here. A lot of people flocking to this courts to watch Samson play because they're hearing the rumors about this kid. He's truly remarkable. And, you know, I know there is 3 walls involved here, but I don't know why I keep trying to put Samson on a 1-wall court. Why is that?
I'm doing the same thing. I don't see him using
I don't know if
the
that's
walls
fair.
all that much to kill balls. He's ended most rallies by hitting it behind Ricky with a powerful drive to the left that angles out the left side door. Samson's got all the tools that would make him great in any outdoor game, including 1-wall. You alluded to, Dave, him winning a 1-wall event that Rookie was entered into. That was in Florida, I believe. So this guy might be an unknown to us, but clearly very well known in the big ball community. Actually a former junior national champion with the small ball. Incredibly, Dave, we came here this morning, there were 9 courts. Now all of a sudden there's only 5. They've already removed 4 of the courts as we've been sitting here.
Yeah, it took about 4 days to construct them and about 4 hours to get rid of half of them. And it's true. They said by the time that this game got over, if the racquetball was over on the other side, they would be down to just the show court. And right now, the only reason why they aren't all tore down is because there are a couple final matches here. It's the World 3-Wall Ball Championships, brought to you by 3-Wall Ball Incorporated. You can check them out at 3wallball.com. It's its own separate organization that will be running these events alongside handball and racquetball and possibly paddleball as well could be out here in future events. And I say out here, obviously they're taking down these courts, but out here could mean a whole bunch of different things. As we are going to be very innovative with our ideas and how we move forward from this point.
This is the most 3-wall pro stops I've ever seen in 1 year. A lot of that has to do with the excitement that was generated by this tournament here, Dave. We've also seen some other tournaments throughout the summer generate a lot of interest. Generally, we see the top pros only competing sort of in that fall to spring season in the indoor 4-wall season. Now we're seeing the top pros playing year-round. We're also seeing the top 3-wall big ball pros playing. It's a great asset to the sport. Be able to see all the top guys coming out here, really putting themselves out there. It's not an easy thing to do when you're a top 4-wall player, to come out here and play a game that you've never even seen before.
Yeah, I agree. I think obviously for the seeding purposes for next tournament, we'll have a better idea of which players are the ones that are the marquee players and which ones are those that might be contenders for those higher seeds. We'll certainly have a better grasp because this year it seemed like even in the small ball there were players that picked off some of the top seeds. You're watching the 3-Wall Ball World Handball and Racquetball Championships live from the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino right across the street in the parking lot. Ricky Ruiz losing the first game 15-2, and he's just standing there in the server's box getting ready to serve, but there's no Samson Hernandez.
The upside, Dave, to losing a first game that badly is get your nerves settled down. You also know there's really no pressure because you can't do any worse in the second game than you just did in the first game. So I think we'll see Ricky come out here a lot more relaxed. I think he has his second wind, and I think you'll start seeing him start to go for his shots a little bit more.
Samson Hernandez is from Santa Ana, California. The gent that you see on the court wearing the WPH shorts, sponsored by the World Players of Handball for this match, is Ricky Ruiz, and he is from Downey, California. And if you've ever been in those areas, you know that it's just one big city that never really stops until you get up to San Francisco, and that doesn't stop until you get up to Sacramento, which really doesn't stop until you get to Redding, California, which covers all of California. It's absolutely one gigantic city that starts in Southern California and ends somewhere near Lake Shastina.
That didn't make any sense.
It didn't, and I attempted to make it not make
Score
sense.
0, serving 0.
Score is now 0-0.
Not a good serve there from Ricky. That ball squelches into the sidewall. Samson was set up for that ball. It looked like it was going to bounce into the sidewall and pop up. That's a better serve.
Point.
And this is what can happen. You'd lose that lopsided first game. You're a little bit embarrassed. You really come out with a...
Now the crowd's starting to get behind Ricky here. They are certainly rooting for the underdog.
Ricky's already scored more points here in the first 3 than he did all that first game. And now we see Ricky dictating play.
Block.
That's tough.
Samson not nearly as sharp right now early in the second game. He's not moving nearly as well. He's not moving into the ball either.
3, serving 0.
Looks like Samson took that shot and just missed it. I'm surprised he got that call. There's a setup.
Oh,
and
wow. Took it too quick, right, Dave? He needs to let that develop just a
0,
little bit more, just a hair more.
He actually needed to back up just a little bit so he could move into that ball. That ball got a little bit behind him, and that's why he skipped it.
Point.
That's not the kind of error you want to make there, Dave. On a return of serve, when you're leading 3-0, you really want to make Samson earn every point. Because, as you know, Dave, Samson's going to earn a number of points on his own. The last thing you want to do is give him points. Samson looks a little bit tired right now, Dave. I see him breathing heavily. He's got his hands on his hips. He's playing a little bit more slowly right now.
Well, this is different than his doubles last night, where
2 serves 3.
Where it was a lot cooler out here. It was only 90 degrees as opposed to 114 on the courts.
Good shot there from Ricky.
Samson runs it down. Ricky pushes it down the left. It's good. Samson catches up to it. Ricky back down to the corner with a tomahawk out the door. Double bounce before it went out the door, in fact. Now the crowd likes it, and all you have to do is get Samson a little bit tired. Not that he's susceptible to anything, but it's certainly with this heat.
3 serves 2.
Makes
Samson
it much harder.
definitely winded now.
Wow.
Good shot there, but you can hear it didn't have the sweet sound on the contact there. He mishit that ball.
2 serves 3.
2 serves 3. That ball skipping?
Point.
Yes. Even the shots that Samson's making right now don't have nearly the authority that they had in that first game. It's a great opportunity here for Ricky. He's definitely the fresher of the two right now. Didn't expend nearly as much energy in that first game as Samson.
Oh, wow. That's a tough one after that.
That would have been a great serve.
Timeout. First timeout, Samson.
Samson calling that timeout right there, and you thought he was probably going to do that a couple shots back. You're watching the World 3 Wall Ball Outdoor World Racquetball and Handball Championships. For handball, we play with a small ball. It's red. It's called the Fireball. We also play with a bigger ball, which is the racquetball Fireball. We call it a big ball. And when talking to the racquetball players, they say, what is this? What does big ball mean? Is it a bigger ball that's for handball? No, we're actually playing with your ball, with your racquetball. But it's tough to say this. We're playing racquetball handball, because then people would say, well, where's the racket? So we just call it big ball to avoid the confusion, and I guess it's still confusing. Maybe we'll change the name of the sport to Fireball.
Cleared it up pretty well for
you.
the first time. Right now, Dave, this is anybody's match. Samson winning that first game, but you have to win 2 to win the match, and right now he certainly looks like he's susceptible to giving away this match potentially.
It's nice to see everybody doing
quite
their
a bit
part.
more slowly.
It's nice to see everybody doing their part out here. You're doing your part. Dave Fink, a top pro player in the small ball 3-wall and 4-wall divisions, and you're
back.
also a 1-wall player
Score
as
is
well, and you've tried some big ball. I
3-7-3.
know that you admire what you've been seeing out here.
Point.
It's a good timeout call from Samson Hernandez.
We've got
4-7-3.
a garbage man here in front of us, in front of the booth, Dave. So if we can't see the action right now, it's because of that.
That was a sidearm
Side out.
3-wall, small ball, 4-wall type shot from
3-7-4.
Ricky.
Wish I
Ruiz.
could have seen it.
Well, you can see past the errant
Point.
cans and bottles because they're now removed
4
from
serves 4.
the front of you. So that was nice.
Need to stay on message here.
Out.
That ball just out.
Point.
Great eye there from Ricky.
5 serves 4.
Really goes against your theory, Dave, that you play everything. Great shot there.
Point.
Samson's lost that first step that we mentioned in the beginning of that first game, Dave. He had such an explosive
6
first
serves
step.
4.
Look at that shot from Ricky. Backhand from Samson.
That's a
Samson-
rally.
Oh, and that ball just clips aside. Ricky knows he had a chance on
That's
it.
a rally that Ricky should have definitely won. He was in a great position to win that rally. Didn't do enough with that last shot.
4 serves 6.
Score is 4-6.
Player's fortunate now, Dave. It's late in the afternoon and the sun has given
look at
way
that
to the
shot.
shade. Tremendous
out.
shot there from Ricky. We're now seeing Ricky playing the way Samson did in the first game.
6 serves 4.
6 serves 4. That was a great shot from Ricky.
Point.
Timeout. That's Samson's second.
Timeout. Second timeout.
And
He's already
Ruiz.
caught his second timeout here, not even halfway through this second game. You have to wonder if Samson just let this second game go and
Score
play for
is
11 points in the tiebreak. He's only down 7-4, but certainly with only one timeout left, facing a deficit here and really struggling to find his wind.
You may have noticed, Dave, that these players are playing without gloves on. And the reason for that is that's just really kind of how the style is. We could force them to put gloves on if in a different surface that ball was sliding, or maybe it could slide on the ground here. Do you agree with that, or
I
what's your
don't
thoughts
think
on
it's
the removal
I
of
don't
the
think
gloves?
it's necessary to play with gloves with the big ball. The big ball doesn't skid. At least I've never seen it skid the way a handball would. And if these players are comfortable playing without gloves,
So be it. It could actually skid on the floor, though, couldn't, with this type of surface? If it
I don't
really
see
got-
that happening. No. This floor has a lot of stick to it. It really turned out to be a perfect floor for the outdoor game. I was skeptical when I first arrived
Resume
on
play.
Wednesday.
We're back at 7 serves 4.
7 serves 4. Samson really off balance right now.
And you can see, Dave, Samson just
Point.
completely overpowered Ricky there in that first game, and now it's
8 serves 4.
Ricky overpowering Samson.
Seems like Samson on his back foot now, as opposed to the way he was pushing, and that's in.
Side out. 4 serves 8.
You know, Dave, when you hit the wall, there's really nothing you can do. I know you've never done that with your fitness training, but it looks like Samson right now might be up against that wall.
Nice get right there from Ricky.
Point.
As you know, Dave, sometimes you can climb over that wall and maybe go around the wall, but sometimes you can't. We'll see if Samson is able to find that second wind.
5 serves 8.
5 serves 8.
Out, baby. Point.
That's really more of a psychological play than anything when you clap when your opponent just barely misses that sideline.
Listen for the score here.
We're back. Score is 6 serves 8.
This is the second game. Samson Hernandez won the first one 15-2. It's now 6-8. We're going to 15.
Great shot there from Samson.
Point.
About the easiest shot that you can get. Ricky leaving that ball hanging. on the right side wall.
Sampson is really winded out here. You can see he's breathing through his mouth.
7 serves 8.
At one point, he had his one hand on his side.
This is exactly what Ricky doesn't want. Ricky gave Sampson a
out.
very easy opportunity there, and Sampson unable to convert it.
I'm surprised Sampson didn't try to get
8 serves 7.
that one over as that ball was trickling in out of his peripheral. He didn't say anything.
Wait. Replay.
You see Ricky with a little showtime there behind the back.
7-8. 8. Wait. 8-7. Sorry.
Beautiful point right there.
Point.
And that's exactly the strategy that Dave Chapman mentioned, serving left and killing right. Ricky executed that perfectly, hit it right into that alley, and then finished it off with a kill to the right.
Wow.
Looked like that could have been a hander.
Right out.
No complaint there from Ricky.
Sampson really slow getting out of the way. Sampson winning the first one, 15 to
We're at
2.
7 serves 9.
And he looks really tired right here. 7 serves 9.
You see that serve, just nothing on it.
Nice get right there from Sampson. Ricky does not put it away. Sampson catches up to it. Ricky puts that one away, and Sampson can't backhand
I
it.
think that worked out better there for Ricky. Forced Sampson to dive and also
that
run
is the
about
last time
30
out.
steps.
Sampson Hernandez taking his last time out. You're watching the World 3 Wallball Outdoor Handball Championships and
Score
Racquetball
is
Championships here at the Stratosphere
9-7.
parking lot in Las Vegas, Nevada, as part of NiftyTV.com. That's given us the live feed. Nifty TV is your online television network. They're your TV source over the internet. And they've been with the WPH, and we've been with them since 2005, and that's who we use on these big profile major tournaments. As we have now shifted outdoors on the last couple that we've done, live webcast in Kansas City, outdoor 3-wall small ball event, now here on the 3-wall court with big ball, and I think we've really learned a lot about these big ball players, Dave. The sport of handball really could go this direction because it is so exciting to watch.
Strategy's a little bit different in big ball, Dave.
The rallies seem to be more up front. The game is played more up front, and I could see in the future where we put a lot more cameras up near the short
Well, the big
line.
ball is a lot easier to take out of the air and also short hop, because the small ball, with so many different spins you can put on the small ball off the front wall, and also the power that you can use, very difficult to take a lot of shots out of the air.
Wow, that's tough. Ricky got up just a little bit, and I think you could call unavoidable there because
I
he
disagree.
shifted up.
I thought Ricky actually, I thought the hinder should have been called well before Sampson dove over top of him, for the safety of both guys.
That corner over there is really dangerous. We've seen a lot of players get injured this week, and there's a push up front. Now you have to keep this in mind. Sampson Hernandez has used up all of his timeouts. So this is the time where
He's done in this
Ricky
game.
could push him back and forth and gain a lot of points right here, Dave.
You see, remarkably, Ricky moving a lot better in this second game than he was in the first game.
Side out.
And now he's completely dictating play. The only rallies that Sampson is winning are on Ricky's mistakes. Sampson Hernandez in the red shirt, Dave, now serving, won the first game, seated first
7
in this
serves 10.
men's pro singles big ball event. Receiving serve in the black shirt, Ricky Ruiz.
Wait.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Wait.
That's tough.
No, he had a chance on it.
Sampson's one of those guys, Dave, that if he argues, he's generally right.
That's a blow up for Sampson
You
Hernandez.
don't see
No, he had a
Sampson
chance.
say
As
anything.
you cross, he had it.
I don't know if he had that. That
No.
ball was so dead after
I
that.
agree.
That overhand, he tops that ball overhand. It
Score
keeps
is
the ball
7
down.
serving 10.
I don't know. I don't think anybody can get that ball. I respect what Willie Polanco thought was
Out.
going to happen there, but
Point.
there's a point for Sampson Hernandez, who's really slow going after that ball.
Unlike serving with the small ball, Dave, where if a player hits a perfect serve like Luis Moreno, there's no way to return it. I don't see that ever happening with the big
We're
ball,
at 8 serves
just because
10.
of the speed of the ball. So if you miss a return of serve, it's a huge unforced error.
Ooh, nice shot.
Point.
Wow,
Ricky misses that ball.
I thought Ricky got that from this angle, but I'm not seeing that corner.
He was in a great position. Now Sampson has to win 6 points with no timeouts.
9 serves 10.
Trailing 9-10 here.
Wow, nice
That
shot
ball
from
skipped.
Sampson.
That ball was a skip. Ball definitely hit the ground first.
Chip says he thinks it's a skip.
That ball definitely skipped.
Chip Morales is the line judge. He thinks it's a skip. Alvaro Rabaza thinks it's good, and so does the referee.
Point.
I'm actually shocked there, Dave. I'm positive that ball skipped. I have the best angle at it. Actually, you and I do.
Score is
From here in the
10
northeast
serves
corner.
10.
Right where that ball hit. Look where that big dip in the.
That's not where it
front
hit.
wall.
Side out.
Sampson definitely doesn't dive as well as Ricky. Ricky makes some incredible gets up there with those
10 serves
flops.
10.
That's a good way of explaining it too. It is a flop. Ooh. Just
Point.
pinches that front wall.
11 serves 10.
11 serves 10. 4 points away. That's just in, and that's a point, making it 12
Point.
to 10.
Great serve.
That takes a lot of guts at that point as Sampson is charging back here. Ricky just
Score
touching
is
the inside.
12 serves 10.
12 serves 10. Is that another deep one?
No!
Ricky took that wrong step to the left, Dave.
Ricky
Side
had a
out.
very easy shot there. Should have hit that ball stiff arm straight down the right. Instead, whipped that ball to the left where Sampson was waiting for
There's a
it.
ball in the court.
Wait.
Sampson likes that. Any extra time you can give him.
Here we go. We're back. Score is 10 serves 12.
Good serve there. Nice deep serve. Good return.
Point.
It's one of the very few times you see a fist pump when he wasn't trying to sell anything.
I thought he was
11
trying to sell it because I
serves
thought Ricky got that ball. Apparently
Yeah.
he didn't, though.
That was a double bounce.
Okay. Great shot there from Sampson.
Point.
This really reminds me of Dave Chapman's semifinal match last night, Dave. He won that first game
12
easily and
serves
then
12.
found himself trailing there in the second game and then made a push in the middle of that game and took over the game and the match from there. I know you watched that match, Dave,
Right, you're right.
from the booth.
Almost some contact there.
He was playing a chump,
Point.
though, so it's hard to really evaluate that.
I was
13 serves 12.
doing the live broadcast when you were playing Dave Chapman, and I was also getting a manicure at the same time.
That ball just catches the side wall, and that should be an easy put away there. It just
Now-
looks to me
Point.
like Ricky doesn't have the self-belief that he can win this game. He had every opportunity. And, you know, you've heard that Sampson generally beats
14
Ricky, and when
serves
someone has your
12.
number, you don't have that self-belief that you're going to come through, even with a big lead.
This is game and match for Sampson Hernandez, and he goes down
he
and he
gets
gets
it.
it.
Game.
That 1 point right there just gave him $2,000 in cash. Sampson Hernandez taking Ricky Ruiz from Downey, California in 2 straight games. The score 15 to 2, and then he wins the second one 15 to 12 to get $2,000 in cash and that yellow jersey. Sampson Hernandez from Santa Ana, California, our champion, the number 1 seed in this big ball event, the World 3-Wall Ball Championships, taking his biggest foe in Southern California, Ricky Ruiz, in 2 straight
I don't know if there are any more
games.
there.
We are going to wrap up this live webcast from the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. It's been a great week of handball fun, even though it's been very arid and hot out here, Dave. I want to thank you for joining us in the webcast booth and all of those that have tuned in and all of the sponsors and volunteers that have made this a successful event. For Chris Garrad, Jeff Kastner, Omar Lemus, and Dave Fink, my name is Dave Vincent. We're going to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in at WPHLive.tv.